Hey, what's going on, Kyle? It's Chris from Massachusetts.
Hey, what's up, Chris? How you been, man?
Hanging in there, surviving without football for now.
I know, man. It's tough. It's so tough. I don't like it. I don't like living this way. And I had to come on. I was like, I need to talk to some other people, you know. So I'm like, please call in,
Trust me, I'm the same way.
call in for some sanity. Just talk football to me. So what's up, man? Which direction you
Hey,
want to
I mean,
go?
I heard you were talking about the defense. I mean, I agree with you with the D line. You know, the way everything's shaping out, we're so young, and they all got playing time last year due to all the injuries that we had. I honestly think the biggest question mark is going to be it's going to be our secondary, and I'm not worried about it. I think the only spot I'm worried about is going to be that corner position
Hmm.
because I don't know if Josh Jobe's going to be able to do it. You know, he's already had some struggles before, and he's not as consistent as you would want. I mean, you can move Patrick Surtain to that star position, and you know we got the junior college Ronald Williams. So we pretty much graduated our whole secondary. So I
Yeah.
think that's a big spot that people are going to try and pick at us for. But I mean, look at who we got in the secondary, like at safeties. You got DeMarcco Hellams, you got Daniel Wright, you got Jordan Battle. So I'm comfortable there, but I think the Josh Joe part is where I'm scared.
Yeah, I think you bring up a good point, and I didn't get a chance to talk about the defensive backs just yet, but I think the same thing with you. You know, I'm kind of curious to see what transpires at the corner position because if they move Patrick Surtain to that star position, then who are going to be the corners? Is it going to be Josh Jobe and Jayln Armour-Davis? Is it going to be the junior college transfer? I mean, you're talking about people with limited experience, and you're going into a game against USC. USC loves to throw the football, right?
Yep,
Week
yep.
week three, you got Georgia. I mean, it's not like Georgia's going to throw for a ton of yards, but those are some big games, and it's not a lot of room to grow like there was last season. And then think about it. I mean, who Alabama plays this season? You're playing a ton of former coaches who are going to try to exploit that, right? You play Lane Kiffin, you
Yeah.
play Kirby Smart, you play Jimbo Fisher, you play Jeremy Pruitt, right? It's like every coach now used to coach for Nick Saban, right?
And it's like there's always something going on with that defense. You know, last year we had the experience in the secondary, but
Yeah.
our linebackers who made all the checks and calls were puppies, you know.
Yeah.
And now we get the secondary who are the puppies, and we have Dylan Moses that's back. So
Yeah.
hopefully that can clear up some stuff, and maybe that will help the secondary lineup, and they'll know what they're doing. I mean, you still got Patrick Surtain,
Yeah.
who's probably going to be a top 10 pick in the draft next year, but I mean, regardless, you just got to hope Dylan Moses brings that energy and brings that like football smarts back to that defense and bring that nastiness on that D line too.
You know, a name you said that I want to talk about is DeMarcco Hellams. DeMarcco Hellams, I think he could be a thumper. I think he's going to be a guy who makes some hits that we have on rewind
Yep,
again and again. I mean, the kid
absolutely.
has
I think
athleticism.
he's gonna be like honestly like a Ha Ha Clinton Dix. Just brings the wood and he's freakishly athletic.
No, he is. I mean, the dude, like, I have clips of him. I'll show you guys. DeMarcco Hellams is one to watch, and I wouldn't sleep on Daniel Wright either. I've watched Daniel Wright. He practices like a veteran. I know a lot of people are quick to put DeMarcco Hellams over him, but I think he's going to provide a solid safety. And then Jordan Battle. I mean, he played plenty last year, so he's coming
Yeah.
back. You know, you gotta watch for the sophomore slumping. But hopefully we don't see that from him. I mean, he's very
I do agree.
talented.
I do agree with you on that though, with the whole DeMarco Hellams. But I think honestly, in my opinion, if they're not comfortable with moving Patrick Surtain to that star position because they're going to be
Mhm.
weak on the corner, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you saw, I think it was Jaron Maiden said that DeMarco Hellams could play everything in the secondary. I would be surprised if you watch him go down to that star, and then you just have a solid corners. You know what I mean?
I like
Because
that.
Daniel Wright needs to be on the field.
Yeah, that's actually a good setup. I like what you're saying there. So you got Patrick Surtain, Josh Jobe. Let's say he improves, or
Yep.
Jayln Armour-Davis. You got DeMarcco Hellams at the star. You got D Wright at safety, and then you got Jordan Battle.
Yeah, and you know what? And if it comes down to it, you look at what happened when it was Savion Smith was there. He was fighting with Patrick Surtain week to week to see who would start, and then Trayvon Diggs got hurt, unfortunately, so they
Yeah.
had to play him. But like, you have that little position battle between Jayln Armour-Davis, Josh Jobe. Like, not every week's given. Ronald Williams, you got to earn your spot.
Yeah, no, I got you. No. And I think that's certainly an area that Alabama has to tighten up. I mean, this is a game where everybody likes to throw. They're going to go over the air to you. And especially when you get to the bigger games later on in the playoffs. I mean, I think we all know that some of the teams that are going to be finally standing are the teams that can throw the football, just like there was last year. I mean, what Joe Burrow did at LSU was
I was
phenomenal.
just about to say, I mean, I think the best thing that happened to Bama was that LSU brought that air raid type offense to SEC, because, I mean, when we get to the playoffs, we play Oklahoma. We play Clemson, you know?
Yeah, and I think you're right. I mean, what LSU did last year, that's only going to rise the competition. You only get better from great competition. And now that Alabama has seen that aspect of what LSU can do, I don't think they're going to duplicate it. I think that would be pretty much impossible for LSU to do. But my point is that they're going to be ready for it, right? They hadn't seen nobody. I mean, that was phenomenal what they did. But I think they'll be ready. So no, good call. And